Boker Tov, Yeshua Rav Mansur Shlita. If you guys remember, we were speaking 2 days ago. We were speaking about the Resh Lamed Chet, which is Likboa Itim La Torah. And we spoke about also that if a person comes to the Tzibur and they found out that they were late, so therefore we said that in Arvit you're going to skip out in order to get to the Amidah, and then afterwards you will say Berachot and Kriyat Shema with Kriyat Shema. We said in Shachrit you're not allowed to do such a thing, and we spoke about the Amen that you answer after Shomenet Amoniseh La'ad, but you do not answer Amen after the Yiru and Enenu. Today we're going to speak about the first halacha, which is going to be Sif Bet in Shulchan Aruch Siman Resh Lamed Vav, where Maran says as follows: En lesaper ben Geulah de Arvit letfilah. You're not supposed to come and speak between the Geulah of Arvit, which is Gal Yisrael. Obviously, the Gemara already brings down that we add in Ashkivenu. So after the Ashkivenu until the Amidah. And even the ones that they come and they have a minhag of saying the 18 of Baruch Hashem Le'olam and the Yiru and Enenu, he says, En la'afsik, you're not supposed to make a hefsek between Yiru and Enenu and Amidah. Umiu, says Maran, Ma shemachriz hashliach tzibur Rosh Chodesh ben Kaddish u'tfilat Arvit, lo ave hefsek. Says Maran, the minhag was that in the middle, when it's going to be Rosh Chodesh, so this is coming up, Bezrat Hashem, Motzei Shabbat, and Sunday, what do we say? We say Rosh Chodesh. So therefore, when the Shatz is going to come, and he's going to say Rosh Chodesh, that's not considered a hefsek. Why? It's Sorech Tfilah, Vechen Yachol Lomar Berechu. There you could even answer Barechu, meaning I would be able to come and say right after, imagine, I'm coming, I'm going to say the Barechu, and then we start Amidah. Why? Because that's also going to be, it's not considered a hefsek. There's a few halachot here. First of all, to do with the concept of Yiru and Enenu, the minhag was actually based the tool brings down that they used to say this because in the first days they used to come and have the Batei Knesiot in the fields. And then what happened was that they would be afraid to come back. So what would they do? They did these 18 Baruch Hashem, and they would mention 18 times the name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That was like the Amidah. They finished with the Yiru and Enenu, and then they used to go home, and then they would do by themselves the Amidah. Even though nowadays, obviously, we have the tefillot in the Beit Knesset, that minhag was not taken away. And therefore, even if it is that a person does not have the minhag, fine, so he doesn't say Yiru and Enenu. However, though, the Kaf Chaim does bring down that if you're going to be in a tzibur where they do say it, try to pretend, ki'ilu, that you don't need to say it, but you just, that they shouldn't realize that you're not saying it. However, though, if you're going to be shliach tzibur, says the Kaf Chaim, you do have to say it. Right? Why? Because you're the tzibur, and since the tzibur is saying it, so you have to say it. Now, to do with the entire concept of mentioning, the Mishnah Berurah brings down that we were going to mention not only just Rosh Chodesh, we're going to mention Al Nisim or other things, even though if you forgot them, you don't have to go back. Remember, even Rosh Chodesh on the nighttime, you don't have to go back. So you're saying Rosh Chodesh, you don't have to repeat. It's not like a, big deal. Okay, so you forgot Rosh Chodesh. You didn't mention Rosh Chodesh. You don't have to repeat the Amidah, but it's still considered Tzorech HaTefilah. Our minhag is not like Achenu Ashkenazim. Achenu Ashkenazim, they say Ya'aleh V'yavo. We don't say Ya'aleh V'yavo. The way that we remind everyone that it's Rosh Chodesh, because Ya'aleh V'yavo actually applies to all the Chagim, is that we say Rosh Chodesh. We actually say the words just like Maran says, Rosh Chodesh. We do not come and say, right, Ya'aleh V'yavo. And Al Nisim, we're going to do it. Or even like the Mishnah Berurah says, if we're going to have to remind people whether it's going to be about Mashiv Rucham Geshem, Moridat Tal, or all those things, it's not considered a hefsek. Why? Since the Geulah Letfilah Arvit is not as powerful as the Geulah of Shachrit, so therefore there's going to be a difference. In the Gal Yisrael and Shachrit, you're not allowed to do anything, nothing whatsoever. So therefore you're not allowed to talk. In the Arvit, anything which is Tzorech Tefillah, you're allowed to. And with this, we're going to conclude with a very interesting halacha. We know that Shitat Maran is that you're not allowed to answer Amen on any berachot during berachot Kriyat Shema. So I'm in the middle of berachot of Kriyat Shema, I'm not allowed to answer Amen. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be Shakol Niya Bidvaro, it could be Yotzer HaMeorot, it could be Hashem Bidvaro. I don't answer Amen. What about after Shomenet Amoniseh La'ad Amen? We know that we just said according to Maran, we answer Amen to our own Beracha there. But any time that it's going to be the end of a certain inyan, we answer Amen. So the end of, for example, Yishtabach, we finish we answer Amen. At the end of Alel, we finish Alel, we answer Amen. The end of Birkat HaMazon Doraita, the 3 Berachot, we answer Amen. We do it quietly, not to be mizalzel, but we answer Amen. Anytime that you're finishing a concept, even in the end of the Amidah or Chazarat HaShatz, HaMevarech Tamuisa B'Shalom, Amen. Why you're finishing? When you're finishing something, you answer Amen, even though it's to your own Beracha, that even though usually you would never do such a thing. Here, we answer Amen, Shomer Tov Yisrael Amen, we answer Amen to our own Beracha. What happens if we finish before the Shliach Tzibur? Or I finished and now I hear my friend come and he just answered it. Do I answer Amen? If I'm in the middle of Berachot of Kriyat Shema, for sure I don't answer Amen. But here I already finished. I'm waiting. right? So therefore, it's actually brought down a machloket between the Ben Ish Chai and the Rav Ovadia. Ben Ish Chai says you're not supposed to answer because of amen, but Rav Ovadia Yosef and also the Ben Zion Bashal, they both say that you do answer amen. And the reason why is because since you're already here, and now you finished Berachot of Kriyat Shema, and now you're here, and now you're allowed to answer amen after the Shliach Tzibur or after anybody else. However, though, it is always best to finish at the same time as the Shliach Tzibur or anybody else, so that everyone is finishing at the same time, then you don't get into this machloket. But then everybody's saying it together, Shomeret Rabbi Yisrael ad amen. They're answering amen, but to everybody collectively. And then immediately, whether it's going to be that you're Chalabim or others that they don't say Yiru Enenu, and us we continue with the Yiru Enenu, and then again after Yiru Enenu we do not answer amen to that beracha.